Hey, Scholar of the CruiseGenius.com. I'm here with my longtime friend, Connie Cenac. Connie, how you doing
I'm
today?
great. Thanks for having me.
Well, Connie, this last trip that we took on the
It
Ama
was incredible.
Magna, the Ama Waterways ship was so amazing. But one part about it was the private tour with Victor from toursbylocals.com. So, Connie, share with the audience just a little bit about Victor and the tour you and Dwight enjoyed.
Well, I got to tell you, the last day of our cruise was in Budapest, and we had a fabulous tour where we went up to Fisherman's Bastion, and I think it was St. Matthew's Church up there, and it was just a fabulous excursion. But it was in the middle of the day, and it was very crowded. And here it is off season. It wasn't even on season, so I can't even imagine what it's like in the summertime. But after we got off the ship, the next day we had this private tour with Victor. He picked us up in this fabulous Mercedes van, huge. We could have had like 6 or 8 people in there, plus luggage. And he picked us up at our hotel, which actually we stayed at the airport, which I wouldn't do that again. But he picked us up at the airport, and he was with us from 11 o'clock until 8:30 when he dropped us back off at the airport. So let me tell you, he took us. First of all, he was so helpful in telling us all the different places we could go. He was willing to take us wherever we want. We could design our own tour. And so I told him some things I had looked at and I really liked to go to, a little village out of the way village. And he said, that's a really cute village, but it's off season, and so it's not going to be as fabulous as it normally is. I said, yeah, it's okay. I still want to go because I like small towns. And so he went out of his way to take us to the places we wanted to go. When it was time to eat, and we wanted to buy him dinner, he said, we don't want to go to any of the tourist spots because those restaurants, they know you're not coming back, so they don't have to be very good, but we're going to go to a restaurant where the locals eat. Well, it's a whole lot cheaper on top of it. So it was fabulous. We just had an incredible time. And what he wanted us to do, he kept saying, I've got to take you to Fisherman's Bastion back up there at night because there's hardly anyone there. So taking pictures is like a breeze. And the views of Budapest when it's lit up at night from that location is beyond awesome. And believe me, it was the highlight of our time spent in Budapest. Thank you, Victor. So one other thing he did is you've got to see this hotel. It's the Hilton Hotel, which is right there in that location. And what had happened, and he explained all the details. This hotel is a Hilton now, but they were given permission while the Soviets governed Hungary. They gave permission to any hotel who wanted to build there, but they had to incorporate the ruins of this monastery that had been bombed during World War II. So whatever they found on the grounds, they had to incorporate it into the structure of the hotel, which the Hilton did an amazing job. And I want you to know, when I go back, I'm staying at that hotel. It is beautiful, and the views are magnificent, and just the history that's literally wrapped up in the construction of that property is amazing. So I gotta thank Victor, and when I go back, I will be calling him to set up my own private tours. I recommend that if you do a post or pre-tour on a river cruise and you leave or get back from in Budapest, I highly recommend that you call Victor, get him, and you schedule your own private tour, and you can have multiple people in the same van for the same price, and do your research. Find out where you want to go. He took us in the Pest side. He took us to the American Embassy. He took us to the Reagan statue. It gives you all the history of everything. And this man is just wonderful, very warm and loving. And he just was just awesome. So I want to recommend Victor. He's an incredible tour guide, and I plan to use him in my next visit to Budapest.
Connie, thank you so much for that, because when Victor reached out to me, the fact of the matter is I had to fly back to Jacksonville, very soon. And so I said, hey, my good friends Dwight and Connie, known them for over 40 years. They've traveled the world. He goes, absolutely. So that's the kind of person Victor is. He's willing to go above and beyond. He wants you to have a great experience. And while the tours on the Alma Magna were absolutely perfect, having a personal tour guide, if you have a certain, maybe your mobility limited, or you want to go a gentle pace, or maybe more another pace. So go right now to toursbylocals.com. I'm going to put the description in the YouTube right here, so you can go and click. You'll see the different tours that Victor has, and let him know that Connie and Scott recommended. Toursbylocal.com, Victor. Scott Lair, thecruisegenius.com. Like and subscribe.